Where do you start? I mean, what are we looking forward to here? Give us some nuggets. What's so
We're looking
enticing?
forward. We're looking forward to 2017.
Okay.
Can we talk? Can we talk about 2017?
We could.
2018. Because honestly, that's what this is all about, guys. Because this time next year, the Braves will be putting on the last coats of paint on their new stadium here in Atlanta.
Yep.
And what they did is they have honestly the worst television deal in the entire world of Major League Baseball.
Is that true?
Because of the fact, yes,
I didn't know that.
the worst. It's the worst performing television deal, and we are the 7th or 8th largest market in America. But when Ted Turner sold the Braves to AOL Time Warner, he signed a 20 or 25. It was a 25-year or 20-year television deal to lock it down to the properties that they had worked with here in Atlanta. And so he signed a terrible television deal. So it really hampered this franchise as far as being able to find revenues. And anybody, if you've been to Turner Field is in an area of town where you come in as close to the game as possible,
Yep.
and you get out as quickly as possible after the game.
Wow.
So what the Braves did is they found a spot in a more suburban community, even though it's still an Atlanta mailing address.
Mm-hmm.
They're building the professional sports' largest entertainment complex that has ever been around a new stadium. And it's going to open next year, and it's going to be a smaller stadium, around 42,000. 43,000 will be a sellout. And they are going to have an entertainment complex all around it, including a high-rise hotels, top-notch bars and restaurants from the Atlanta area that have already staked out space here.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that they decided to do is for the last 2 years is build towards the new stadium, because they knew once Atlantans knew that a new stadium was coming, the fans were going to stop coming
John,
to Turner Field.
I got to ask you something, though. Go back to the TV deal. When you say it's the worst performing deal.
It's the worst,
that shocks me.
Revenue. Yeah, terrible.
You know why? Because that's how I got into baseball, because the Braves were on TBS every night.
Well,
Dale Murphy.
Yeah, but here's what happened, though, is that they were working with Turner, was involved with Turner Sports, used to be involved with the Braves, the games that when they started to merge away from the Superstation.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get Friends and and everybody loves Raymond and all those.
Yep.
So Seinfelds and everything,
Which is much
they've
more
gone
entertaining
away.
than the Braves.
Yeah, and they went away from that Braves programming. But Turner controlled the cable outlet that showed the games here in the Southeast. So what Ted Turner did was guarantee that when he sold the Braves, that they were going to be locked in to using that outlet, that they would control the TV rights. And nobody signs a deal that long. Look, guys, you can be a top-performing show at CBS. You could be a top – they're signing you to 3- and 4-year deals. They want to make sure that your brand is still hot when that deal's coming up.
Yeah.
You don't sign those long deals, and that's where the Braves got screwed. So they're trying to find ways to generate revenue, and they're doing it. But the deals – here's the thing you got to take away from, guys. Last year, they had the Major League's 29th minor league system. They were 29th the day John Hart took over the Atlanta Braves franchise. 29th in Major League Baseball. They were ranked number 1 by Keith Flaw on ESPN this year. And they were 3rd by Baseball America.
Oh, but that guy's never right.
Well, they turned around. Yeah, but Brandon, I'm going to tell you this, is that they have turned around a minor league system that was bereft of talent, that had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was awful. It was the shelves before a major blizzard in New York. All the milk and bread was gone.
Yeah.
And they have stocked those shelves again with top prospects, and they have a plan, and they've got a plan to build it, and they have stocked more young pitching than any franchise in Major League Baseball has right now at the minor league level.
John,
and that's what they're hopefully going to flip.
Great word,
let me ask you this, though. It's John Kincade, of course, part of the CBS Sports Radio family. He's on 680 The Fan down in Atlanta, and he's with us here on Tiki and Tierney. All right, so it seems like the plan is a smart one, and I'm okay with that. And we talked to the Reds GM, Dick Williams, before, and he's in a similar position, rebuilding. If you're going to rebuild, go all the way. Who is the name? Give us one name, like the Astros have Correa. We know about Trout and Harper. We know about the Mets' bevy of young arms. We know about all these young players. Who is the name that's going to resonate nationally in a year or two from the Braves system? Give us the one guy.
It's not even a question. It's going to be Dansby Swanson.